Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Denver Broncos. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And some room to work. And down to the 11. A huge play there right off the bat.
For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. It's caught by Sanders. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A huge play there for Denver.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Shakes off the sack. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 15-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 2.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
You think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now a throw here to his running back.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This will be caught. Judy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they can.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 11 now. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, number 12.
Hurts.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught off the deflection. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Eagles 7. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the draw, here's Sanders. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Throwing is Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's complete to Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense, but I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands,
3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say,
and the Broncos get there and take him down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They run the counter. It's Fisher. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He'll try again.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On third down, they turn to Sanders, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And they will take a knee here.
Make these babies cry all the way back home.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.